The first card you have your past is Temperance. So yeah, this is one of my favorite, absolute favorite cards. You know, it can be about, well, so many different things, but I love the alchemy. The thing I love in this is the alchemy. It's about rising up and using the tools, doing what you have, using what you have to get into a different situation, rising up out of things. So yeah, that's what you're doing. You're coming out of something. Yeah, you're coming out of a difficult situation. I'm seeing that, but I think you're also right in the middle of it as well. So you'd come out of part of this and you are still battling with part of it as well. And I think you might still be. So I think you came out of a situation, you left someone, you came out of a relationship, I think it probably was. And I'm getting this feeling of being under someone's thumb, so under someone's influence, someone who was quite bossy, someone who was quite, you know, they thought they're in charge of things. So, and you're stuck inside this for a while, but I think you got out of that. I am seeing a bit of money around here for some reason. So you might be stuck in a situation right now, not stuck, but you might be dealing with some situation with them around money. There's something that isn't resolved with this person. That's what I'm getting. So it might be what that is. And so you had that problem there. And I think you still have more of that to go. I'm seeing that as well. I'm seeing a weight in front of you. And I'm seeing more of a battle in front of you. But this is telling you that you can come out of this. And this is telling you that you have the tools to come out of this. Your mind's in the right place. I think you've done a lot of inner work to yourself, and I think you had to do the inner work to get away from this situation physically, away from this person, and now you're very strong inside yourself and you can cope with the rest, the second half of this battle. That's what I'm seeing. I think it's taken you a long time. I think it's taken you a lot of work to get to where you are now, inside your head, inside your heart, all of that kind of thing, spiritually. So yeah, this person really tried to mess with your mind. I think they tried to undermine your confidence as well. Really, really horrible. But your mind's in the right place. So it doesn't matter what they do now. It doesn't matter what they say. Your mind is in a very, very safe place. It feels very strong, very, very strong. And I think, yeah, this is what I'm seeing. I think that's because, or partly because, you refuse to engage with this particular person. And I think that's a huge step for you, because I think you left this person and I think they still had you engaging with them, talking to you and things like that, answering their questions and things like that. And I think you just realized, no, I don't have to engage. I don't have to respond to this person. And that made you a lot stronger, not having to be around them, not having to talk to them. So you have this huge inner strength. Huge inner strength. And I think this result's going to be really good, but you've still got a battle in front of you. So you know what it feels like? It feels like they're in opposition to you now, and you've got this battle there. But I think your focus is on the problem and finding a solution to that problem for yourself, so you can get out of that and have a good result. But I think they're focused on people. Who am I in charge of? Who can I get one up against? You know, I'm the boss. They should be doing what I say. Why did they say that? Why this? Why that? All that kind of thing. And it's not working for them. It really isn't. And it's not going to work for them. So, yeah, you're focused on things, action, moving forwards. And they're focused on, you know, who's better than who, me versus them versus them, all that kind of thing. So, keep on doing what you're doing in the way you're doing it if this is you. Absolutely don't do anything differently to what you are doing. That's what I'm seeing there. Because eventually it's not going to work for them, and what you're doing is going to work for you. So that's what I'm seeing in that card. Yeah. Okay, so the next card you have your past is the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so there's more money here, so that's telling me that's probably something to do with money, that battle that you're going through with this person. But there's something else about money here as well. I'm seeing something else. And I hate seeing this for you because it feels really scary. So it's some kind of money scare. And it feels quite sudden actually as well. So it's like, you know, maybe you lost something or you felt really lost around this. I think there was an amount that you were expecting, a regular amount that you were expecting. That's what I'm seeing. Always comes in. It's like, that always comes in. Why isn't it there? And you rely on that. So it's something you rely on all the time and it wasn't there. That's what I'm seeing. There's a lot of emotion around this. You know, I'm really getting this, oh, how could they do this? You know, how could they mess this up? Yeah, how could they mess this up? That's what I'm seeing. So someone messed this up, something around this, and you didn't get this money or something. And I'm actually seeing someone shaking here. Maybe that's you. I hope it isn't, but that's what I'm seeing. So lots of emotion, lots of worry. And if this is you, I think you dealt with this. I think you've done whatever you can do about this. And I think now you've just got this waiting time. You're waiting for this to come in now. I think you've been told this is all okay. It's going to come in. But of course, you know, you don't have trust around whatever the situation is and whoever messed this up. So, you know, you've got this, oh, I won't trust this until I see it in there. That's kind of what I'm getting. So I am seeing this coming through. I've got to say that to you. I'm definitely seeing that. And I'm actually seeing both of these situations, the one in the Temperance card and this one, being resolved. This one's going to be resolved much quicker for you. The other one has a battle in front of it. But they both have some kind of waiting. But there's going to be a conclusion and it's going to be positive in these two situations. So if that makes any sense to you at all, I don't know if it does. If it does, yeah, both positive in time, waiting, and then a good result. So that's what I'm seeing in both of those cards. I hope that makes sense to you, because I just see these cards and I'm going on and on and on. And then I think, does that actually make sense? I don't know, but okay. The last card you have your past is the Five of Wands. Okay, so you look at this. This is really interesting. This is the crazy, messy card. All sorts of chaos. It's completely crazy. You know, not a scene anyone wants to get involved in. No one's in charge. It's a big mess. So this is about this person in the Temperance card. This person you're up against. Because again, I'm seeing the same thing here. They're not playing the long game. They're not playing the solution. What I mean by that is your goal is to get to a solution. Your goal is to get through this and get to the end of this. Their goal is all around people. It's all like, oh, I have to be better than them. They said that. How could they do that? Now I'm going to get them back and they're going to get them back. And it's all very childish. And these are all children on this card as well, playing around. So, you know, there's no focus. There's no proper focus here. It's all a big mess. So, and if you don't have focus, you don't know where to look. And they're not in control. They're not in control of things. And you are. You're definitely doing the right thing. Certainly doing the right thing by not engaging with them. Because I think, yeah, there's a warning here as well that if you do start to engage with them again, you might turn into this chaos yourself. You know, your emotions might go down again and everything goes out of control. So, you know, whatever you do, don't fall into the trap of talking with them. Don't engage with them again. I know you probably won't do this, but I'm seeing that warning there. And I feel as if I have to tell you this. You're in charge of this. You're running this, not them. They think they're in charge. They always think they're in charge, but they're not. You are. They're not in charge. Look at this chaos. You are strong. Just remember that. You're not like this. They're this, the Five of Wands, and you're the Temperance card. Look at the difference. So just remember that. If you're ever wavering, if you ever think, oh, I'm up against this really strong person and I'm not like that, I've got no hope, don't think that. Just remember these two cards and remember which one you are. Yeah, there's something else here. And yeah, I'm seeing love here, but I'm seeing lots of other battles as well. Yeah, there's someone here and they feel fragile. I'm saying feel because they don't look fragile. They look the opposite of that, I think. This is someone who looks really, really strong. They look really tough, actually. Maybe even a bit rough around the edges. And, but yeah, this toughness, it hides things, I think. They're hiding behind this toughness or this strength. They've been through a lot of things. They have this kind of really tough persona because they've been hurt. They've been really hurt, I think. That's because, they're soft on the inside because they've been really, really hurt. They've seen a lot of things. A lot's happened in their lives. And because they've got this sort of facade up, I think, so that I think it's there to stop themselves from being hurt again. I think that's what the idea is. I'm definitely seeing love there. I'm definitely seeing love here. So, yeah, really, really clear. There's love here. So whoever this is, they really love you. They really, really care about you. But I think they struggle to show that to you. And this is something they've always struggled with, I think. And if you know who this is, if this is resonating with you, if you're dealing with someone like this, I think you can see through this. You can see through this. You know that they've got pain. You know that they have feelings, but you know that they're struggling with those feelings. And yeah, there's trouble in their past. I think they've had a lot of anger in their past. I'm seeing that as well. I'm not seeing any anger around you. I'm just seeing this is all in their past. Yeah, lots and lots of love. There's lots of love around this. I'm seeing that again. Lots of barriers there. They're big, tough barriers. And they have to be broken down. The barriers have to be broken down if you want to connect with this person properly. And if they're going to be broken down, if that's something you're going to try and do, just a warning, it has to be done gently, really, really carefully, because what's on the inside of them, it's the complete opposite of what's on the outside. Okay, so I'm just seeing this in this card as well. I don't know if this is going to resonate. I don't know if it's going to make sense, but I'm seeing this and I'm going to come out with this. They might be someone who's been in the military, maybe, because I keep on getting this outer toughness. And this is someone who's been through a lot. They've seen a lot. They've seen a lot of things that are distressing, I think, and that makes them put up this big outer shell. It might not be, but I'm just getting that impression, so I just wanted to say that. And, you've got a big battle in this card. This is a battle, so there's that. And also you've got the Emperor as well here. And he's a military figure, and he's obviously really tough on the outside as well. So all that's kind of pointing to that for me. So it might not be that once again, but I'm just seeing all these kind of clues around that. So if any of that resonates, and if you do want to get closer to this person, the big message here is you have to be quite gentle, and it isn't going to be all that easy to be able to do that. So, but they want to come close to you as well. I'm seeing that very strongly. They're kind of battling against themselves to be able to do that. So I hope that makes sense to someone. Okay, so the first card you have here present is, the Emperor. So, okay, so I'm just looking at all these three cards here. And this is really, really fitting in with what I was getting around the Temperance card. Because I was getting this person who was really like, I'm in charge, I'm the boss, I know what I'm doing, I have to be, I want everyone under my thumb and all that kind of thing. So all these three cards are about people who are in charge, the boss. You've got the Emperor, you've got the Hierophant, and you've got, the King of Swords. All these big bosses. So again, I need to remind you here why it is, probably because you're up against this big, huge boss, or whoever this is, who they think they're the boss. I just need to remind you again, you're really strong. I keep on feeling as if I have to tell you that. So someone needs to know that they're strong up against this person. But your brand of strength, it's inner strength. And not many people see that, not many people recognize that. And that's one of the reasons why I'm seeing you being able to come out of this, and you're going to be able to come out on top of this situation. That's what I'm seeing. It's going to be positive for you. Now, I'm not exactly sure what this situation is. It's something like a court case, or it's some kind of situation where you're up against this person and they think they're in charge. They think they're the boss again. But the kind of strength you have, it's sort of under the radar. So they're not going to see this coming. They're not going to see you coming out on top. They're going to be really surprised, I think. And, again, you've disengaged. You're not talking to this person. So, yeah, I'm getting this really strong feeling that they don't like that. The fact that you're not talking to them makes them feel really uneasy because they want to know where they are with you. They want to get a clue. What are they thinking? What are they feeling? What are they doing? And they're not getting that from you. So it's making them really feel kind of crazy on the inside, chaos, all of that kind of thing, just like the Five of Wands. That's how they're feeling on the inside. And, they're used to having their way. They're used to being the boss. And that's changing now. And they hate that. They hate that that's changing. And they can feel that happening. So again, you are strong. I have to keep telling you that. Someone needs to know that. So that's just coming out all the time. Okay, I'm seeing this now. This might be why I have to keep on telling you that. Because there's a time that's coming up for you. And I think it's coming up soon. You might have to face them, I think, or be in the same room with them or something like that. And there's something official around this. So again, it might be something like a court case. It might not be, but I'm seeing something official here. So I think you might feel a bit intimidated by that because they're an intimidating person. I mean, if someone's coming up as the Emperor and the Hierophant and the King of Swords and, the Five of Wands, a big battle, they're intimidating. They are. So, if this is all resonating with you, just remember, again, you don't have to engage with them. If they ask you questions, because I think they might try to do that, or get you to say things unofficially or whatever, you don't have to talk to them. So, and that, I can see that everywhere, but they might try to, catch you off guard or something like that. So just be careful around that. That's a warning I'm getting there. And just one other thing. Yeah, obviously this is all up to you, but with this love connection and this person who has this barrier up, it feels like you might be kind of in two minds about them. What I mean by that is, not in your heart. I think you do have feelings for them because they have really strong feelings for you as well. I'm getting that. But in your mind, you might be thinking, I do have feelings, but there's hard work around this. There's hard work. So you might be looking at them and you're probably seeing this barrier and all these issues around them. And, you might be thinking something like, well, it's such hard work. I can't fix people. How am I going to fix all these issues? And it's not my job. And, also, I think you put hard work into relationships before and you didn't get a lot back. So, and you're not getting a lot back now because they've got this barrier up. So I can understand why you might feel that way. And you're right in one way, because there is a lot of hard work in this around them. They're very tough. And it's really hard to crack through that toughness. Really, really hard. But what I'm feeling, really, really feeling is the love. There's love there. There's a huge amount of love there. So at least think about this. At least think about this. They've got a heart of gold, really, inside all that toughness. That's what I'm getting. I really, really am. All right, so the first card you have for your future is the Magician. Okay, so obviously this is an amazing card. And again, I'm looking at all these cards in your future. Very, very positive. Very, very good. So again, that's a really positive sign that you are going to get through this big battle and you're going to get a positive result. So yeah, the Magician says yes. The Magician's all about yes, yes, you can do this, you can win this. So again, I'm telling you this again because I feel as if I have to say this. You're strong. You are strong. Now, when I look at this Magician, what I'm getting is I'm seeing lots of speaking. I'm seeing speaking, really clear speech, eloquent speech. I'm getting that, getting your point across, people listening to you, all that kind of thing. And obviously this is about getting your point across and speaking. It feels like that's about this case, if it's a court case. So you're going to get your point across, people are going to listen to you. So there's that. So that looks promising again, if that resonates with you.